Hi, I painted this one a couple of years ago. A friend sent it to me. It's of the River River Wey in Surrey. And very beautiful it is too. I know the area, but I've never sort of walked along the river. And they did, and with me in mind, took this lovely picture. So, what we've got is this lovely bank here. I'll change the background. I've got to brighten it up somewhat. It's a winter's day, and we've got this nice foreground here. So plenty of scope for simplifying, because that's what we've got to do. You can't put all of this in. If you want to, you'll be sorry, but you can try. But anyway, work from the photograph that I'm showing you, or work from my painting if you wish, and do your own version of it. Right, let's come up to the board. Now, I'm painting about 30 degrees. I just want to get this camera up quite high so that I can angle it down to my paper and it's as square on as I can get it for the demo. I hope you're not too far away from the microphone. Now here's my palette. Lemon yellow, raw sienna, alizarin crimson, light red, ultramarine, burnt umber, Payne's grey and burnt sienna. I won't use them all. Well, I won't use, I think, the burnt umber and the burnt sienna. I can use the burnt umber. We can put some leaves dotted around on the bare trees, but I'm going to wet this all over first. I'm using an old hake, so we won't. Well, we'll give it a good wet here and there, just to help the initial lubrication of the wash. Okay, that'll do. So winter's day, so it'll be a cool grey. So let's put a bit of warm sienna. We don't want it freezing cold for our watercolour, do we? So this is the one that loses its hairs, a bit like me really. And we'll just brush some in the river. An overall grey feeling we can have with this. Payne's grey, nothing more than Payne's grey. Good old Payne's grey. Maybe a bit of ultramarine. Remember, this all dries lighter than we put it on, so that's okay. And then we'll do a bit in the foreground in the river. See, that's nice because we've got that. Let's pick out that nice dry brush as we go around the corner there. Alright, okay, that'll do. Now, with your first wash, the paper will expand, so just give it a stretch. I got these clips from Wilkinson's. They're not as strong as the old type, or these are Wilkinson specials. Oh, I've got two of those. Right. Oh, they came in a pack of 3, which is a bit inconvenient when we needed 4. But let's put another one on there. Why not? Okay, so we'll put in a background on that. We'll have a bit of burnt umber and a bit of ultramarine, I think. Yeah, don't think we'll use this. It's losing its hairs. Right, I'll throw that one. Well, not literally. I'll discard it. I'll use my one that I've been using. So a bit of burnt umber and a bit of blue, a bit of distant, and more blue. And we're going all the way across, but lessening as it goes around the bend. And more. My burnt umber is a bit liquid from squeezing it out a couple of days ago. So that's my background. And then we have some shadow in the base of it. Get darker than that. And we're getting that river coming round. Going round there. It's all in shadow. Put some green on there in a minute. It looks like there's some rocks in the water back there. I don't suppose there is, but we can always lift some rocks out. So we're coming round to this here, and we can get some more blue in that. I might have to clean my palette in a minute. Okay, that's as far as we need to go with that. Right, that's supposed to be a reflection. We'll get some darks in there. So I'm trying to keep the greyness, but I want to get plenty of warm in there as well. So let's put in some lemon yellow over that in the background. Lemon yellow. I'm going to substitute this for some. When I've used most of it, I'll scrap it and use some cadmium yellow rather than the lemon, and that's just to show that there is some life in there. A bit burnt under with that, I think. There, that should all dry nice and whatever. Right, let that dry for a little bit more. And I want that shadowy colour to come around here, because I want that to counterchange against the light middle distance here. Just get that nice and even there. I'll let that dry a little bit. Now I'm going to use a fingernail. Have I got any fingernails? Yeah. So just a bit of background to that. Right, okay. My photo's gone off. We need to put in some of that shadowy colour and base in there, really. The lemon yellow washed it out, but that's quite a good start. Right, we'll put in a bit of dark nondescript stuff around here. This is all the shadow. The sun is obviously coming from the right, well, sun or the brightness anyway. Now that's getting a bit thin. When you paint over a wash, you want much thicker paint. Otherwise, it will just go into mud. Right, we'll let that go for a minute and reclip. I'm going to put me brush and my palette. Right, let's move it this way now. Okay. Okay. Well, I'll give that a bit of a dry, but I want some coming out of this here. Okay. Right. We'll do a bit of this back here, so that's quite darkish green, so Payne's grey, bit of umber, it's quite hard to get some colour out of this lemon yellow. But I want it nice and warm, so we can put a bit of light red in there. And a bit of blue on that. So I want to etch out some of these grasses in this. I'll leave that for a minute. Got some more dark bits in there. while that's going off, we'll put in this bank here. A bit coming down here, and then it's some wet. Right, okay, so we can darks now. That's supposed to be the bank, but trying me hake a little bit, and put in some nice lemon yellow, maybe a bit of sienna on this bit here. And we get more green in that. Okay, now we've got trees coming out of that. I want some dark green, dark bluey green, I think. Right, just to get this bit of grass sorted out. I'll go back over that, I think, when that dries a little bit. Just fill those gaps in, don't too much sparkle on this. Right, okay. Can't see any rocks in this, so we won't put any in. Right. I want to just put in some dark around that edge there, the shadowy little fronds sticking up. I think we'll finish the rest of those with a rigger. Get these darks on the edge and the shadowy bit. Right, now I've got to get that bank coming round. Sweep there. Right, we'll put in some distant trunks now in this here, but we've got some of the brushy stuff sticking up over the top of it, so let's put it in. Just a bit of blue and a bit of umber. Edge of the hake. Have several of those. And the rest will be just background. Now, it took me quite a while to learn how to do that with practice. Okay, so now we can put in a bit of burnt umber and a bit of, oh look at that burnt, just picking up too much, it's just taking ages to dry. Probably because the atmosphere is very, very damp. But more on the blue side. Bluey grey, so let's put in. Now let's go quite high. Can't put them all in, but you can put some of them in. I'm going to put some leaves on these things. They're really spindly. Let's put some other bits and pieces in here. Now I want the blue now. Just a little bit of blue with umber, just to show some I'll have to fill that with the rigger when I get to it. Right, rigger. There are no leaves that I can see, but I'm going to put some on. See, it's very spindly. I don't know what they are. But I want some blue. Just mingled in the background, and the blue will give distance, hopefully, to it. The board really is too steep for my liking. The paint runs down too much and coagulates, which is not a good idea, really. But there you go. But we can use that to our advantage by putting in these sort of reflections. Right, it's just about showing. Okay, now we've got this big one from this side. So umber and grey, umber and blue. Oh, I knew this coming up from off stage. They're much thicker, these ones. Put a bit of lemon yellow in. Because the camera is overexposing everything, we can put in our own lights, because daylight, even though you've got shadow on one side, it will still show as a light rather than as a silhouette. Oh, we'll have some of these all coming up here. Some coming down. So they're coming up from there. Okay, that's quite a nice tree. We can put that in dark there. Right, we'll have a go at that with a rigger. While that's drying off, we'll put in see what happens. Look, it just coagulates. Well, that's all right. We'll got a couple of trees going in here. Oh, well, I've put the last shadow on the wrong side, eh? Never mind. When the paper is more less than 30 degrees, you find that you can wet the trunk, put the paint on one side, and it will flood the other side, and it will gradually lessen in intensity, and it will give you a great effect of dark going to light. But with this, it tends to run down rather than. Oh, I'll just put another one in there. I won't put the two in. Put this one and come in. Coming across here. Right, I think a bit of rigor work is called for. So using the mixed up paint, you can get a good thick line with the rigger, provided you've got enough water on it. Just the grey mixed with the ultramarine mixed with the ultramarine. Lots of this, so you can really have fun. After you rigger at the tip, make it look more hit and miss, more random. Right, let's try and finish this one off here. In there. I'm going to have to do a bit of dry brush on this water. Right, so nice darkish green, Payne's grey, lemon yellow, burnt umber, and we'll just anchor this tree, get a bit of shadow cast from it. Can't beat texture. So I'm just using a small brush to do the texturing. Right, now just some bits sticking up here. It all helps the illusion. Right. Right, okay. Oh. Give this a dry in a minute. Just have bits of grasses growing up. If you put your trunk straight into the grass and don't do anything around them, they look as if they're floating, even if they might be in real life. But we can create the illusion that they're actually coming out of something. Just get that bit dark there. Right, that'll do. It's a bit wet there. Well, I'm going to give that a bit of a dry now. Then we're going to put in some dry brush along here. And while that's going off, I'm going to just dry my hake and do some twigs, some old leaves that haven't fallen off. So just dip in any old paint and just. I need a bit of water. Bit of umber and a bit of Payne's Grace to warm them up. All helps. Trying to make them look a bit random, unlike what I've just done. So there's quite a bit up here. Also looks twiggy as well, so we're putting some more twigs. Well, that'll do for that. Well, I'm going to dry my brush, or clean my brush. Use another rag, which has dried, and I'm going to clean my palette and mix up some very light grey. Just drag to give an impression of ripples. So it's quite a large mixing area, and if you keep it clean, it helps it to stop going muddy. Right, okay, so Payne's Grey. So my little screen back on again. Right, we've got quite a lot here, so we want and a bit darker, I think, a bit warmer. Because that's the shadowy bit here. And a little bit across there. And a bit across there. Right, that's about all I really want to do on that. I'll sign it. Okay, that'll do. Let's no more. Well, I'll put it in a mount, and I'll just put some bit of masking tape on it, hold it in position, and we'll put, I think, the lighter coloured mount on that. Right, light mount. Oh, there you are. There. That one on. Some careless driver wrote my car off on Monday morning. Came over a side road, turned right smack into me, and I'd almost stopped. And she still carried on going. So the damage to it is it's going to cost more than the car's worth. Right, I've got the reflection showing there for those trees. I don't really want to show it any further. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Let's if I can bring this up a little bit, so we'll get you square on. Oh, right. Now I'll bring you round and show you the. Okay, so there we are, River Wey, Surrey. There's the. That's what I did it from. Let's see if we can get. That's it. Come up a bit. So there it is. Mine's mine. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye bye.